It's about that time, y'all. Yes, indeedy, it is prom season and we are here for it, okay? So my daughter was not able to get the dress that she wanted in a timely fashion due to COVID. So we came up with an idea to revamp her homecoming dress that she wore last year. And we saved us a cute coin, but we also spent a cute coin creating this dress. So pretty much what I did was I cut the dress at the knee, sewn up the split, and I used the fabric from the bottom of the dress to create the sleeves. Alrighty, so remember I just said that I cut the dress and I sewn up the split. I am covering that area with some gems just to camouflage that area, as well as fill in any spaces that I see on the dress that needs to be filled in. Because I did have to pluck a lot of the gems off just so I can have some sewing allowance. So I'm replacing the gems on the arms and just anywhere where I feel like it needs to be filled in. And then you want to be sure to press those gems into the fabric to assure that it's secure and that it's nice and sturdy. Definitely had to add some more gems around the neck area just to zhuzh it up, just to fill it up, make it look extremely fancy. Y'all see that seam? Y'all see that seam line on that sleeve? Honey, that is clean. I'm so impressed. I know I'm a beginner, but I am impressed. All right, so we're trying on the liner on the bottom of the dress just to see, then make sure the gathers are even all the way around before we attach it with the machine. Looks pretty good, looks even. Yeah, it looks pretty even, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sew that down. Looks like that's what we're looking for. Okay, so she's feeling herself, obviously. I guess she can envision her dresses coming together. And we have to fill in, see, on the arms where I had to pluck it just to be able to sew, but I'll go back and fill those in with the gems. Here I am plucking those gems off of some scrap fabric to replace the gems for that area on the dress. Alrighty, I had to have her try back on again because I just wanted to be sure that it was perfect before I committed to stitching it with the machine. All right, so I had to go in and do some detailing on the liner as well as the little toolie underneath of it. It wasn't quite even, so I went in and trimmed that up really nicely and then laid out my feathers so I can get an idea of my layout before I commit to gluing them down. So what I did was I cut all of the excess tips off of the ostrich feathers before I glued them down, just so I don't have to worry about those little sticks at the ends flipping up. So here I'm creating an additional toolie to give it that dramatic poof, and we're going to add that to the lining underneath of the dress. So here I'm laying out some extra feathers according to size so I can lay these babies out and glue them down. I am going to rotate between the front and the back as I'm gluing just to make sure that I am evenly dispersing the feathers on both sides. Then I place it on the form just so I can make sure that I am gluing it evenly at the top because you don't want to go too bulky. You want to have some room for them to be able to sit and things like that. So I thought it was a good idea to put the dress on the form and finish the last few rows on the form just so I can really see what I'm doing so I can control the dramatic of the feathers. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I see a few little spaces that need some touch-ups because I don't want these feathers, I don't want them falling off or anything like that. We paid a lot of money for these feathers, so I need it to be right. Alrighty, so here we go with this dramatic tule underneath that we're going to be adding in. And I'm going to sew that onto the liner. So she's trying it on just to make sure that it fits nicely. And I'm just going to do a temporary pinning on the inside just to see what it looks like before I commit to stitching it. It looks so fabulous. Oh my goodness, it is freaking fabulous. Oh, okay, and it looks really nice on her as well. It fits really great. I'm proud of my little piece. That looks really nice. So everything fits good. So I'm just going to go ahead and hand stitch that tule puff underneath into the lining. You want to be sure not to stitch into the top of the dress because it is a stretchy fabric and you're going through layers of fabric. So you want to be sure you're not catching the dress with your needle because you'll get a lot of bunching and it will be uneven. So just be careful. So I'm adding in a few more feathers to fill it up, and I'm adding my trim to top it off. And voila. I said, and voila. Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of myself. This is so amazing. Oh my goodness. And just to think, it's my first time. Thanks for watching.